everyone. Hi. It's Friday, and we are together again, once again on Let's Talk Money. Let's talk money. Let's talk money. I'm Lynn Kitchen, and I'm just excited because every time Friday rolls around, I know I'm going to have a chance to be with you and invite you to just talk money. This is an opportunity for us to be together, to talk about what's important to us and what matters right now in the area of our dreams, in the area of our money, and in the area of our spirit. What's going on with the spirit? What's going on with what it is that we're creating in this world? What it is that we dream about becoming, having, doing, being. And so I thought today we would start out a little bit about talking about retirement. Who's ready to retire? Anybody do you have views on your retirement? That's a hot topic. And I thought, it's actually a big topic. It's a huge topic. It's one that a lot of people don't really want to talk about. But I thought, well, we would just, move right in there and see what we can do to talk about retirement today. Well, hi, everybody. If you're here joining me live, put your name in the chat, put their name in your chat, please, and let me know where you're from, where you're calling in from. And also, if you're seeing this on the replay, I'm welcoming you. Just put an R in the chat and let me know that you are here because I have a question for you. Whether you're here live or in the chat, I have a question for you. On a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being no way, and 1 being, yeah, definitely, how ready are you for your retirement? So on a scale of 1 to 5, just share with me where you're feeling. Are you like, no way am I ready for retirement? No way. So if that's it, put a 5. And if it's like, yeah, I'm not only ready for retirement, I am totally, it's it. This is a now, I'm happening now. In fact, some of you might be retired. If that's true, put a 1. And then you might be somewhere in between. So on a scale of 1 to 5, how ready are you for retirement? 5 being, no way, I'm not ready at all. 1 being, I'm not only ready, but let's bring it on. Let's bring it on and let's have some fun in retirement. Well, this is just so much fun because it's an opportunity for me to be with you on Friday afternoons. Every Friday afternoon, right here, we're having Let's Talk Money. Let's talk money for, 5, 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whoever shows up, you are welcome. You are welcome. And we can just talk about what it's going to take to create financial wellness. Because I believe that now more than ever, women need more structured support and mentorship on what it's going to take to become ace money managers in our lives so that we can manage our money better, so that we can live the dreams that we truly want to live because we're dreaming about those dream lives. And we do know this. Money is a big, big world out there. It's a big topic. There's so many factors and factions on what it is that we need to know and learn about money. And retirement is a big, big topic. In fact, many people actually go into the profession of retirement planning for people. It's like 100% full-time job, helping people to get ready for retirement, make sure that they are ready for retirement and all that involves. Well, I thought maybe we would put that topic out there today and just check in to see if are you ready for retirement? You know, just to give you a little bit of background, my experience as a financial professional dates back to several years ago when my first career was as 35 years as a professional executive money manager. And so I helped people build their portfolios over time so that they could feel like, and actually in reality, be ready for retirement. And so that was my first career. I had my own broker dealer company right out of, starting out, with the major companies like Dean Witter Reynolds and Oppenheimer and Company as a stockbroker. I then morphed into an executive of my own company. I was probably one of the first women, at least on the West Coast, to have my own broker dealership company. And this was in the early 1980s, at a time when very, very few women were even in the business, let alone having your own business. I built that business up for about 10 years and then sold it in about 1995 and joined another professional boutique money management firm out in Pasadena, California. And I spent another decade or more helping to build that business as an investment advisory business, in which we had high net worth individuals as clients, as well as corporations, nonprofits, and so forth. But the high net worth individuals that we worked with were mostly couples that were getting ready to retire or were this close in retirement and making sure that they had plenty to retire at the end of, their life cycle. And so it's been interesting to work with many, many people who were in different phases of their life, in phases of their life cycle, either preparing, working hard as earned income, or having your own company as an entrepreneur, because I know many of you do, and how you are going about building for that future event called retirement. Hi, James. Hi, welcome. I wanted to, every time someone comes in, give me a shout out. Let me know where you're from. James is tuning in from Panama City. I'm so happy to have you, James. That's just awesome. And anyone else who is here live, let me know. And by the way, James, I was just asking everybody to vote or, rank themselves on a scale of 1 to 5. And you might like to do this too. Just share with me in the chat briefly, whether you're here live or if you're watching this on replay. Share with me in the chat how ready you are for retirement. The big R word. We're talking today about the big R word in Let's Talk Money with Lynn Kitchen. The big R word. Are you ready for retirement? So 5 is no way, not ready at all. And then 1 is, yeah, I am ready. So not, yeah, I get it. Not, you know what? You're not alone. You are not alone if you put a big not, no way, I'm not ready for retirement. Now, 555. Yeah, that's the 555. You're not alone. And so let's talk about the possibility of what it's going to take. What is it going to take for us to be ready for retirement? And I think that there's 2 different factions. There's that part of us that wants to be ready financially, right? It's extremely important that we can be ready financially. And then there's this other part of us that also needs to be ready psychologically, that needs to be ready emotionally, that needs to be ready spiritually. And so let me just shout out real quickly to Lisa joining us from Crete. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited. We have an international show tonight because of you, Lisa. Thank you so much for making us an international show. Well, Let's Talk Money has just gone international. I'm really excited about that. And she says that on the readiness scale, she said 5. That means not. Am I correct about that, Lisa? It's a not ready. So you have a 5 on that. Maybe somewhere around 5, meaning not so ready. Okay. Well, we were speaking about what is it going to take? What is it going to take? Correct. Okay. Thank you, Lisa. What is it going to take? And by the way, if you have a question that you would like to speak about as it relates to, well, let's keep it on topic today. Now remember, every week I come back here every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. That would be noon Pacific. And in Crete, I don't know what time it is in Crete. It must be, 7 o'clock, maybe 8 o'clock at night there. Let me know. Let me know, Lisa, what at what hour you are tuning in, but we want to welcome you. But the thing that I'm thinking of here is that everyone has a feeling that they are not ready, even when they're in retirement. And there's a lot of pressure on us. We're going to be talking about this topic today, but if you have questions as it relates to this topic, please put it in the chat, and I'm going to see it immediately, and we'll start talking about your question. And if I can answer it, I certainly will. But if you also have a burning desire issue question on any topic, this is the place. This is the place, because I invite you to be with me every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern on Let's Talk Money, where we're going to be really covering a lot of different topics as it relates to our money. Now, as you may or may not know, I have just begun to offer a new financial clinic called Money Talks for Women. And it is specific for women because I am really passionate about supporting women right now. As I mentioned to you before, I had a earlier career of 35 years of helping investors to grow their money over time, to grow their portfolio of stocks, bonds, commodities, even real estate. And we really did help move people from a point of being not ready at all, like the category 5. And we would help them prepare over time, up the scale to 4, 3, 2, 1, and then, to be ready. And then also we had many clients who were already in retirement, and they had plans for themselves. In retirement, they said, now I want to do this and now I want to do that, because they had the time and money freedom to do anything they wanted. Now they wanted to take a world cruise. Now they wanted to buy their grandchildren, a 4-year college education, or there was always something that they had in their mind that they wanted to do while they were in retirement. So it's not as if retirement is the end game here. Actually, it moves us forward into thinking about how can we prepare for a certain time, a certain point in time. And usually retirement means that point in our life cycle history that we have enough savings and investment that we can live on those savings and investment, as opposed to, having to work, having to create that income, that annual income. So it's a shift really from relying on our annual income and the earnings that we make annually. It's a shift to relying on the savings and the investments that we have built up over time. Well, that's quite a shift. That's a huge shift. And so the question gets put out all the time. Well, are we ready for that? Are we really ready for that shift? Okay, Lisa, it's 10 o'clock p.m. in Crete. Awesome. Thank you so much. And you're getting ready for the weekend. I hope you've got a wonderful weekend planned in Crete. I can just only imagine how gorgeous it is to be right there in the island of Crete, looking out over the beautiful sea that surrounds your island, and just being in this gorgeous culture that is the culture of Crete. And so thank you again, Lisa, for adding your presence here. Do you have any questions at all as it relates to retirement, Lisa or James? Those of you who are here live, this is your time. I'm here for you. I'm spending every Friday afternoon right here, right now, that I can be with you, bring some of my 35 years of hands-on investment advisory experience to answer any questions that you want. And so I'm just going to be watching the chat. If you have a question, just shout it out, and I'll see what I can do to answer it. But in the meantime, why don't we talk a little bit about what is it going to take to be ready for retirement? What's it going to take? And I think one of the biggest questions, correct me if I'm wrong, just, shout it out, say, hey, that's not it. Here's what it is. Here's my big question. And so if you do have a big question about what's it going to take for retirement, let's put that out on the table here. But I think a big question on what it's going to take for retirement is really the big dollar figure. What is the amount that I need to save up so that I can actually feel ready, so that I can feel comfortable, so that I feel like I have enough to sustain myself financially over a rather large period of time, which we call retirement, right? Which we call retirement, which seems to be a longer and longer period of time these days. Why? Because I think that in the United States, at least, there's been an expectation culturally that we are to retire somewhere in our 60s, maybe 65, 67, 68. And of course, many of the laws in terms of retirement benefits for our IRA accounts and 401k accounts have age limitations now as to how much you can continue to deposit into those kinds of retirement accounts, and then how early can you begin to take deposits out without paying taxes. And it seems that it's shifting a little bit more every 3 to 5 years, that it's moving up the curve into more closer to 70 years old. Would you agree? It's kind of shifting from retirement expectations at 65 to more like 70. Now, why would you think that is? I think it's because, first of all, we're all living longer. When you think about it, you retire between 65 and 70, you still have a lifespan expectation of maybe 20 to 30 years. Oh my gosh. And many people really feel like they don't want to retire from working. They may want to retire as it relates to receiving Social Security benefits, yes, but many retirees continue to work, continue to receive income. They don't absolutely rely on their savings and investments totally until a certain period of time later. In other words, there's more and more baby boomers, especially our generation of baby boomers especially, is making a new trend of the number of people who are continuing to work through these so-called retirement years, even though, yes, there's a percentage of early retirees, and yet, they may not psychologically be ready to retire. They may have the monetary means to retire, but many of them are out on the golf course and miserable. So you have to be ready both monetarily and psychologically. And many people, myself included, retired and then, as I mentioned, got a bit miserable and said, is that all there is? Is that all there is? And I came back to the workforce, and I'm loving it because there's more to contribute. There's more of life to be lived. There's more me to be expressed. So I see a question here. Lisa says, I moved here from Sweden 6 years ago, and I have a beautiful view. Yes. Oh, good. No questions right now, but I'm rebuilding my coaching business, and I'm a little bit in debt, changing my mindset after an illness. Okay, Lisa. Well, bless you. After an illness, we want to send you special, beautiful energy today that you're here with us. and that you're changing your mindset after an illness. Many of us have gone through the pandemic. We're with you. We're with you on that, Lisa. Lots of us have had some illnesses over the last 3 years. Very few of us have not. Very few of us have escaped that COVID illness, and then oftentimes that has morphed into some other, illnesses that we've had to deal with. And I don't think there's one of us who has an absolutely pristine, um, health record. If so, put your hand up, because we want to celebrate you. We want to celebrate your strength and your health. But as it relates to you, Lisa, we're right now, right here together, sending you some good vibes, good energy as you continue to move into your healthy state. And changing one's mindset is really crucial, especially as it relates to those pillars that support us over time. Money, what is money? Money is a support pillar. Of course, our health is a support pillar. Part of our real wealth is our health. Would you agree with that? How many would agree with that? Yes or no? Put that in the chat. Would you agree, yes or no, that health is one of our very primary pillars of wealth? Yes or no? Would you agree with that? Health equals wealth. I mean, if you don't have the health, how are you going to enjoy the money part of the money wealth? Yes. Okay, good. Yes. Thank you, Shauna. Hi, Shauna. Hey, great to have you here, Shauna. Shauna, hey, I think that you're in Arizona. Are you right? Is that right, Shauna? You're calling in from Arizona today? Anyway, Shauna, we had been asking everybody, how ready are you for retirement on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being not ready at all, 1 being, yeah, bring it on. How ready are you for retirement? And what I'm noticing is that most people feel like they're not at all ready for retirement. And so I do think that especially women, it's up to us to really begin to get ready, not just financially, but have the confidence that it's going to take to make better and better financial decisions over time. Would you agree with that? So are you one of those who would love to be more confident about your money? Are you one of those who would like to have a better relationship with your finances? Are you the kind of person who would like to have a better lifestyle and be able to not only control your money, but also save your money, invest your money wisely, and see it grow over time? And are you the kind of person that says, hey, I may not be really confident about retiring right now, but that can change? Are you that kind of person? Are you the kind of person who says, okay, it's not so good right now, but I can change? And if you're that kind of person, put an I am in the chat, maybe 2 hands going up. I am in the chat, because if that's you, you're in my heart. You are in my heart. I am crafting something that really special. And really, in the month of January 2023, it is brand new. I just launched it. It's called Money Talks for Women Financial Clinic. Financial Clinic. And it's a place where women can come and learn how to be more confident about their money, about their decision-making ability, about their investments, about their savings, about what it's going to take. And so let's get back to the topic. What is it going to take to retire well? What is it going to take? And what's it going to take to eliminate the feelings that we may have about struggle with money? Maybe many of us have had a lot of struggles, and you feel like, is that all there is that the only way that, life is going to uh, manifest itself for me is struggle all that I get in this lifetime. And here's my thinking. We are in the most interesting time of history. We really are. We may have had some rock and roll economic data coming thrown at us recently, and we may have been told that we are at the brink of recession, true, and we may have been told and have witnessed and experienced a lot more money going out of our pocketbooks to pay for higher and higher grocery costs, right? How many of you have felt that? The grocery prices going up, the rent prices going up, the gasoline prices going up. So yes, we may be in a period of inflation. We don't know how long that inflation is going to last. The last period of inflation lasted about 10 years, but then we just lived through almost 15 years of no inflation. So this might be a little blip up in inflation, but it may not be something that is permanent. And I do believe that we are in this golden place in our economy where there's still so much demand for new ideas, and there's so many new inventions coming out. I mean, just on the medical front alone, the number of inventions and innovations that have just completely superseded the expectations of what scientists had even 5 years ago. We are moving forward in leaps and bounds in terms of new innovation that's going to lead to higher productivity, that's going to lead to higher possibility for each one of us, that's going to lead to a higher economic engine, and it's going to be an opportunity knocking. I believe we're going to be moving into a golden era of opportunity. And when you think about that, when you can think that way, you begin to shift your thinking from, oh, is it always going to be this hard? Does it always have to be this hard? No, it doesn't. We can change. We can really, really change first our mindset, like Lisa was talking about. Lisa is here all the way from the country, from the island of Crete. And she said, hey, I'm changing my mindset. I've been through illness, I've been through hard times, but I'm changing my mindset. So I'm saying yes to you. You're in my heart, Lisa, because we have an opportunity here now more than ever, to support each other, to come together. And that's what I'm doing. So you're all invited to check it out. Just go to my website. It's called lynnekitchen.com. Let me put it up here on my little banner screen here. lynnekitchen.com. I'm inviting you to come over and take a look at my new financial clinic for women. Now, what's that all about? It's really an invitation to explore with me and with other like-minded women what it is that it's going to take to add confidence around your money. And I have an awful lot of experience in terms of real world money management that I can bring to the table, that I can answer questions. And I just feel like most women are scared to ask the questions. They're maybe afraid to be wrong. And it's okay. It's just been culturally drilled into us that, we have to shut up and be quiet and, tamp it down and not be the forerunner, but we can be a forerunner of our own life. And those of us who are not ready at all for retirement and have voted 5 on the scale of 1 to 5, and you're not ready, that's okay. What is it going to take to get ready? I think it's going to take a mind shift. Yes, it's going to take a certain amount of dollars that you need to have in the savings. You need to have in your retirement account. Yes. Yes, we can talk about that. And of course, it's different for everyone because some people are okay with having a very lavish lifestyle, and other people are okay with having a very modest lifestyle. So every person is different in terms of how much money, if you want to have the big dollar sign, what's the amount that we have to have saved up for retirement? Well, it depends. It really depends on your lifestyle. It depends on what you're comfortable with now and how you want your later years to be. And for those of us who are younger, we have time to dream into that. We have time to create our new money dreams in such a way that we have a vision for our future. Many of us gals, we have dreams in our hearts, don't we? We have things that we want to do in the world. We have, I don't know, books that we want to write. We have plays that we want to create. We have ways that we want to impact the world. We have an awful lot of amazing projects on our calendar of who it is that we want to be in the world. But it has to do with how much do we want to have so that we can fund our dreams, so that we can have the kind of life that we want to have. And that's all possible. It's all possible. And I think that Lisa's right. She's onto something that it's going to take a mindset shift. It's going to take a mindset shift. So if there's anything that, Lisa says, I live in Crete, but I can move into a cave. Are you going to furnish it? I hope that cave has electricity. Oh, I know you're kidding with us now. I get it. But you know what? In a way, yes, we can all probably do with less. It's true. We could probably do with less. But why? Why do we think lesser thoughts when it comes to our future? What if our future selves are really calling to us right here, right now? What if your future self is really calling to you right now, calling to your present self, asking you, what is it that you would love? How do you want your 70s to feel like? What do you want to be doing in your 80s? Do you want to be living as old as 90? Do you want to reach 100? Are you one of those that want to reach 110? What's it going to take? I think it's going to take first the mindset, and then it's going to take really, let's think about what is the money part that's going to support you in exactly what it is that you want to do, exactly what it is that you want to do. Because this is your life. This is your life. There's nobody else that gets to live your life. There's nobody else who gets to dream your dreams. There's nobody else responsible for your pocketbook. There's nobody else responsible for your retirement. It's you. And guess what? This is the cool thing. This is the good news. This is the absolute good news. We still have time. We do. We have more time than we think we do. We have the time now. Let's use it. Take a little bit of your time in the next week, ladies and gentlemen who are watching this today. Commit yourself to a little bit of time this week and ask yourself a great question. Maybe a question you've never asked yourself before. And it could be a new question like, oh, how would I love my retirement to feel like, to look like? What kind of health would I love to have? Where would I love to be living? What kind of, who am I going to be with? Where am I going to be traveling? What do I want to be thinking about and doing? Do I want to be on the golf course? Do I want to be on the tennis courts? I mean, I'm a big tennis person, so I want to be on the tennis court with my friends. What do you want to be doing? What do you want to be creating? And what do you want to be living? How do you want to be supporting your children, your grandchildren, maybe even your great-grandchildren? How many times do you want them to be together in at an annual party? Where do you want to have your party? Do you want to take a cruise together? You know, these kinds of things are alive making. And once you have a new mindset on what it is that you would love, then we move into, well, then let's create it. You have time. How many people would really love to just spend a little bit more time now, this week, to give yourself a blessing, to give yourself the future blessing of knowing that all things are possible for you? How would you love that? Just to give yourself a little time this week. How many people would do that for me? Just maybe just one thought per week. One thought per week, a moment of time, just like boom, boom, just a little moment of time saying, well, yeah, it's possible. Let me think into it. Let me dream into it. Would you love that? Would that feel good to you? If so, give me I'll do that in the chat. I'll do that in the chat. I'll do that in the chat this week. If you'll do that in chat, just put, okay, I'll do that. And if you're watching this on the replay, I'm very, very serious. Please say, I'll do that this week. And then come back next week. We're going to have more fun. Every week, we're going to have a topic we'll talk about. And if you want me to talk about a particular topic, please do this for me. Private message me and just say, hey, Lynn, why don't you talk about XYZ topic next week? And I will. And if you have a specific question, I'll even highlight it for you. All right. And so I invite you to just come back every week, same time, 3:00 p.m. And that would be noon on Pacific, and 10 o'clock in Crete time. I want to thank you, Lisa, for being here. Oh, Lisa says, do my vision work? I do my vision work all the time. And now I will add this topic in it. Yes. Thank you so much, Lisa. Absolutely. Thank you, James. Thanks for being here. Yes, very motivating and inspiring. Well, that's what we're going for. Let's motivate and inspire ourselves about one of the most important topics of our lives, which is money. This is nothing to be shy about. This money is dream-making mana. You see, everything that will help us be everything that we want to be, have everything that we want to have, do everything that we want to do, and enjoy life, we might as well have all the money that takes. And we can have that as long as we have a better mindset. And so, once again, I invite you, check me out at lynnekitchen.com. And I would be definitely delighted for you to be my guest next week if you want to. Just once again, reach out to me. I'm here for you. Reach out to me with questions, topics. If you want to be a guest on my show, I'll even invite you to be with me. We'll have some fun. We'll have some good time on Let's Talk Money. So see you next time. Those of you who are on the replay, shout out to me here and make sure that you're back next week, 3:00 p.m. Eastern Time, every Friday.